key objectives for the project were to create a world-class design museum, and AV was key to that, to help bring to life some of the objects that we've got in the museum and to help enhance the visitor experience throughout the building as a whole. We worked with our learning team, our programme team and our AV designers, Sysco and ISO design, around the interactive elements. We shortlisted a handful of different interactives that we had within the galleries within the team ourselves. We took that to the interactive developers at ISO Design, who then fleshed out a couple of different options for how we would then deliver those. And they then in partnership worked with Sysco to look at how we then built that, what infrastructure we needed to make sure we had in the building, what infrastructure we would need to put in place on the interactives, and how the software interactive, the programming interactives, the content that we needed to generate around all that all then stitched together. We use our AV equipment to dynamically sell those, tell people what's going on in the building. So it's crucial to have that element of infrastructure that we can change on a moment's notice, that we can adapt to what's going on in the building and make sure that we're always giving up-to-date and accurate information to our visitors. The interactives in the gallery spaces have gone down incredibly well. The galleries are always quite busy, and we always see visitors flocking towards our interactive table and looking at the various different options we've got there. So they give an extra insight into some of the objects that we couldn't otherwise give. With the gallery spaces, our welcome screen is always a kind of a showstopper, and it's something that grabs people's attention as soon as they come in the building.
The audiovisual show control system for the whole of the exhibition spaces and back of house, staff areas and lecture theatre, training rooms, meeting rooms, etc. Is all singular in the sense that it's one single system that allows the technical members and staff members of the museum an easy one place to create setups. The initial challenges on the project were time. We were actually brought on at the point when infrastructure had already been decided from an M&E point of view. So we had to work a solution around what they had already in place rather than have the opportunity to define the infrastructure from the ground up. That's ensuring that the audio levels, the lighting levels, the video projection are all aligned perfectly and providing the best possible canvas to narrate the story that is within the gallery space. So the visitor benefits from something that possibly is invisible to them. All of the decisions on technology was based on the basic need by the client or the designer to convey a message in a particular way. And that's what really, I think sets us apart as a company. We listen very acutely to what people want, and we have a very good way of interpreting that need in appropriate technology. So that involves us sitting down with clients at meetings. It involves us producing information that they can relate to. It involves us introducing them to the technology at demonstrations or prototyping events. So altogether the whole experience is communication, razor sharp knowledge of what products and technologies are available in the industry, allowing us to develop that further with the right team of people. I think the museum has set a benchmark in the sense that it's using modern practices in audiovisual to deliver reliable and high quality audiovisual to the visitor. I think that many of the techniques that were at the beginning of the project reasonably new in the industry have become more prevalent, especially using IP video and other technologies such as that. I think that the museum is designed so brilliantly that our technology sits comfortably within that without overpowering and allowing the museum really to speak. So working with Sysco has been a real partnership for my team.
It's been a constant toing and froing with the team at Sysco, making sure that our brief was fully interrogated, that we were identifying anything that we possibly missed, looking at the various different options that we had for delivering things, and then working with each other to make sure that what was actually delivered then continued to meet the spec and was done in a way that the team here could manage as easily as we could. I think it has set a new benchmark for visitor experiences. We've got a huge amount of infrastructure in place that helps us dynamically enhance the visitor experience. We had very high ambitions and we wanted to try and deliver as much as we possibly could to make the project as successful as it could. It's one that everybody rose to and I think we've achieved incredibly successfully.